especial? ¿Por qué solo los judíos festejamos Pesaj?
¿Cuántos días tenemos que comer masá? ¿Por qué comemos masá?
Family tradition I want to share in terms of how we celebrated Pesach, Passover, is that at some point during the dinner time, one of our Seder guests would leave the table and we would go outside and dress this person up in some sort of costume that looked as if they might have been a traveler in those times, in the Exodus times. The person would have textiles around their body and around their head and a staff and a box of matzah under their arm. We'd come back into the Seder room where my father was still presiding over the table and go up to this old man, and the old man would greet him, that's my father, and say, "Traveler, where are you coming from?" And the traveler would say, "From Mitzrayim." And then my father would call out, "And where are you going?" And the traveler would say, "Eretz Yisrael." And that was our way of reenacting the Exodus.
Soy judía porque nací de vientre judío, porque siempre me crié con una mujer judía, porque lo llevo en la sangre.
Меня зовут Борис Артемов. Я еврей, потому что мама и папа были евреями, то есть у меня просто не было никакого другого выбора. Однако, если рассуждать логически, то еврей – это не только право рождения, это еще и находиться в контексте еврейской традиции, это еще и знать что-то о своей истории, знать что-то о своих корнях, это придерживаться определенного образа жизни, это пытаться соблюдать те 613 заповедей, которые повелел евреям соблюдать Всевышний. Это читать вот эти книги и многие другие книги. И кроме того, я хотел бы сказать, что даже если бы я в какой-то момент забыл, что я еврей, то мне бы об этом обязательно напомнили со стороны, причем далеко не всегда восхищаясь этим.
This is a matzah cover that has come from Crimea at Kimovka, home of my grandfather, and this was made by my great-great-grandmother. And it's come down through the family, and it proudly gets a spot on the table every year.
Bueno, en Pesaj somos una familia muy grande, nos juntamos todos alrededor de la mesa y como los papás ya están muy grandes, dirijo yo el Seder.
Cooked matzah, they cooked stuffed fish, fish potatoes, chicken bones, and different vegetables and fruits grown in Israel. And we prayed, and sometimes we sang songs, but my parents almost didn't visit synagogue. In those times it was forbidden. But nowadays the situation changed, and my brothers and my sisters and I, we go to synagogue with great pleasure and listen to rabbis' lectures and sing songs together.
Acá me preguntan qué significa ser judío. Para mí, el ser judío está resumido en el Shema. Shema Israel, Adonai Echad, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad.
Традиция, что все мои предки по отцовской, по материнской линии были евреями. Материнская линия жили в Херсонской, Запорожской области. Вот. А папа мой родился, и его папа родился в Стрии, это было еще Польша. Ну, вот, приехал после войны, после ранения, сюда женился на моей маме. А традиция еврейская, мама сюда делала самостоятельно, потому что массу нельзя было купить. И мама делала массу перед свою. Вот. Ну вот мы ее ели этот праздник я запомнил. Ели с бульоном, это праздник. Сладости были. Вот такие у меня воспоминания есть.
So, a Passover childhood memory that I want to share is about my grandfather, who we all knew as Papa. And Papa was a big man, 6'4", with a big, deep laugh, and always had a smile on his face, and also always had a cheap, stinky Italian cigar in his mouth. And maybe that explains why he was able to accomplish this amazing feat when we were kids. My brother and I every year had the role of grating the chrein, the horseradish, and we'd always go outside on the back porch to grate the chrein, and we were very proud of taking on this dangerous task. And one year we were especially proud of just how incredibly powerful, potent, and pungent the chrein had come out. And Papa showed up with a big smile on his face, and we walked up to him with the sealed jar of this almost toxic stuff and said, "Papa, you want to check out the chrein we made?" And we took off the lid expecting his eyes to water immediately. And instead he took a big tablespoon and he dipped it into the chrein and he tasted it. He said, "Yeah, it's not bad." And we were like, "What? How is that possible?" And that's a story that we still tell today about our beloved Papa.